Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the stunning Emirates Arena here in Glasgow. Again, unbelievable turnout, which we've had all our media activity this week, and of course Ricky's public workout last week. It's I can't tell you as a promoter how refreshing it is to hop on a plane in the mornings and make our way up here, to know that we're going to have a lot of media here, a lot of excited people, and that makes us want to come back here again and again. Just a few brief bits of information about the show. Tickets are still available from www.emiratesarena.co.uk. I would say we're probably through 5,000 now. We hope to get over 6,000 here on a night, which I'm pleased with. We appreciate everyone's support so far. The table here today, just before I say a few words, down on the right, a gentleman who's going to be on the first fight of our televised broadcast, going to be contending for the English, whoa. I was only joking, obviously. The Celtic Cruiserweight title, Stephen Simmons. To his left, a guy who is inarguably one of the most talked about undercard fights that I've seen for a while. It's sent the fight fraternity crazy. It's a real trade fight, fighting for a big title in the second of our televised events, live on Sky Sports. John Simpson will be taking on Choi in a real barnstorming fight. To his left, Ricky Burns' manager, Alec Morrison, someone I'm delighted to have been working with on this event. It's been a pleasure. And also Christine and the family. To his left, the original fighting pride of Scotland, a very, very well-respected trainer, and someone I've got a lot of time and respect for, and I think is one of the top trainers in the game today, Billy Nelson. And to his left and my right, your number one son, one of a very few amount of world champions across Britain, and of course your only world champion, WBO lightweight king Ricky Burns. To my left, we're delighted to welcome Jose Gonzalez from Puerto Rico, undefeated, number one WBO challenger, the mandatory challenger for Ricky Burns' title. And Team Gonzalez, who's headed up by Peter Rivera from Rivera Boxing. Been a pleasure to work with Peter so far on this journey, and we expect a very tough fight, and along with Team Gonzalez, and down the end, Michael Sweeney, who's going to be challenging Stephen Simmons for that Celtic Cruiserweight title. Before I ask the table to say a few words, I just want to tell you what a joy it is to be involved, not just with a boxing event here in Scotland, but boxing at this level. And by that I mean World Championship boxing. We really don't have enough of it across Britain, and Scotland is obviously should be really celebrating the fact that you have a world champion, and we want to come back here time and time again with Ricky Burns to defend this title and to have huge fights and really make a difference to Scottish boxing. We've seen a response not just from the media but from the fans as well, and it's refreshing, particularly in this economic climate, that we get this kind of response. For me, dealing with Ricky Burns has been an absolute joy. It's someone who is very hard working, very quiet, knows exactly what he wants, loves the competition, loves the sport. And he reminds me a lot of Carl Froch in that way, because there's not a lot of frills. And I'm not one to start trying to make a personality or make a character of someone. I don't want Ricky coming in on flying carpets like we did with Naz or Harley Davidson. I think he might give me a dig if I tried that. But for me, Ricky is part of this new generation of real fighters. And I liken Carl Froch to that. And when I say that these are people who dedicate their life to the sport. It's not about the money. It's about delivering, it's about competing, and it's about winning world titles and being the best you can at your sport. And if you're in the sport because you love it, and in the sport because you've got passion for it, you're going to be much better for it. Of course the money will come, and Ricky wants to get paid, and he will be done handsomely for this fight. But beyond that, this is about progressing as an athlete, progressing as a man. And what Ricky Burns loves is the competition, the fight, and getting in that ring and doing what he does best. And I can't wait for that on Saturday. I can't speak for Jose, but I know that, being a promoter, Peter has built Jose into this mandatory position. I've done it myself with a lot of fighters. And for Jose, this is, you tell me, but the biggest night of your life. This is what you dreamed of as a fighter growing up, when you first lace the gloves, when you're 5-0, 10-0, 15-0. And Peter's done a fantastic job to get him into this position. So in terms of this fight, I think Ricky knows what to expect. He's facing an unbeaten, aggressive, big punching Puerto Rican who is a hungry, hungry man. and has worked all his life and all his career to get to this point. So Ricky's got to be on his game. But I think we're going to see a hell of a fight, because I see the hunger of Jose Gonzalez, I see the hunger of the team and the professional team they've brought with them. But what they'll also meet is, in my opinion, one of the greatest fighters in the world in Ricky Burns. Someone who's going to get better and better and better, stronger and stronger and stronger. And someone who, with belief that will grow as time goes on, will keep on improving. And I believe that he's going to be one of the greatest fighters in the world in time. He's already world champion, and Scotland should be very, very proud. So spread the word, and come down here to the Emirates Arena on Saturday night. It's going to be a great night. The official weigh-in will be at 1:30 at the St Enoch Centre in Glasgow. We're going to have a great response down there, as we did for the weigh-in. But thank you. You know, this is a big fight, not just for the people here and the people on this table, but for boxing. You know, it's not often we have World Championship boxing in the UK, and it's a pleasure to be a part of this one. So just to say a few words, I'm going to start at the end of the table. Stephen, might have to grab that mic a little bit, but big night for you. First big title, and in front of a big crowd. Pressure?
Not really. I don't feel any pressure. I've put the hard work in the gym. I'm ready. I'm not the best speaker in the world, but I'll do my talk in the ring with my hands, and you'll see a great fight on Saturday night. Thank you.
And Michael, you might want to grab that one. What are you expecting other than a lively atmosphere? But you're from over there in Ireland, so you're used to that anyway.
I am indeed. Yeah, it's all about fighting in Ireland, and you know, coming here to fight in this arena doesn't faze me. I've fought in 3 world title on the cards with 10,000 people, so I'm expecting a tough night. I've trained hard. You know, I think it will be a good fight, but I'm looking for victory, and I'm coming here to get victory. But you know, so that's hopefully works in my favour. But I'm here to win.
Thank you, Michael. And John, Troy will be here on Friday, but one of the most talked about fight. I think you know what type of fight you're in for, and I know you thrive off that kind of thing. But you know, this is a real profile fight, in my opinion, for you, and a real big chance to run up those world rankings.
Yeah, definitely. It's just going to be a great fight. Everybody's talking about it, you know, and I just want to put on a great fight for the crowd, you know, and I've just made it much more exciting, but into the arena, because it's pretty big, and it's going to be exciting Saturday night.
Good man, can't wait for that one. Just to let you know, we will be on the red button from 6 o'clock on Sky, starting with John Slowey, then David Brophy, Rocky Fielding, and then 8 PM going live with Stephen Simmons against Michael Sweeney. Michael Roberts will be floating on the TV live, and John against Troy, and then Ricky against Jose Gonzalez. So on to that main event now, and I'd like Billy Nelson, Ricky's trainer, to say a few words about the camp and the kind of fight they expect on the night.
I think Saturday night, it's going to be a great fight. We've been looking forward to this. We've been ready to go for months, to be quite honest. I think you'll see the very best of Ricky Burns, who in my opinion hasn't still reached his peakers yet. But this is a very creditable opponent that's coming over. He's got a good knockout percentage, but I think he's in for a shock of his life on Saturday night.
Thank you. And Joe, the trainer?
He speaks. No, he doesn't.
Okay, Peter, tell us a little bit about Jose and what you expect. And
First of all, I mean, we want to say thanks to Eddie and to the whole team, you know, to the press to be here today. We're very happy to be here in Scotland. So far, you know, experience is pretty good. You know, people really treat us very well. And as you say, you know, Jose is well prepared for this fight. Everybody, I mean, that is in boxing know that, I mean, boxing in Puerto Rico is part of the culture, so fighters really take this very seriously. And Jose is part of that kind of fighter that we have that really want to, you know, bring, you know, this title to my country. So he prepared himself very well. You want to say something? Okay.
I want to thank God for being here on this day. I want to thank all of you for being here. And I respect a lot of Ricky Burns. I want to thank Ricky Burns for giving me an opportunity to fight with him. And I'm very glad. And Saturday we're gonna go to give all of you a good show. Thank you.
And Jose, I mean, I know you've seen the arena and you've heard about the fans. What do you expect on Saturday night, other than a lot of noise?
I'm gonna fix it up. I'm gonna work with that, but I'm gonna do my job in the ring and focus on Rudy Burns.
So, and Ricky, I know you're itching, raring to go. It's been a long time, nearly there.
Yes, obviously the fight's just round the corner, and I feel as if obviously I've been training forever for this. At this stage now, all the work's done. I just can't wait to get in there and obviously go out there, do my thing. As I said, I know that I've got a tough fight in my hands here, and I'm sure all the fans and that are coming down that are going to be watching live in Sky, they're in for a great night of boxing.
Do you feel the pressure, Ricky? I mean, this is a big new arena, big platform on Sky Sports, you know, and really the gatekeeper fight to the big unifications.
I think, obviously, with it's extra incentive getting into this fight knowing that the big fights are still a possibility for me, especially the unification. I think that is the next step, but I never look beyond any opponent. As I said, I've not been able to see a lot of footage in my opponent, but going with his record alone, I know it's going to be a tough fight. He's obviously a big puncher, but hopefully I'll be out there and I'll be able to deal with that, okay?
Good stuff. Well, thanks everyone again for coming. We're going to have one-on-ones with Stephen and Michael, and then Jose and Ricky, and then we're going to, head-to-heads, and then we're going to break for one-on-ones. Again, thanks for coming. We look forward to giving you a great show on Saturday night. Thank you very much.